Fathers, which is not for you Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians. George Washington, that's not your forefather. Abraham Lincoln, you Negroes, is not your forefather. Those people are not your forefather. That's somebody else's forefather. You Negroes have forefathers that came on the slave ships. All right? Read Deuteronomy 28:16. Let's look at this prophecy that Moses said what happened to the children of Israel if they broke God's laws and commandments. This is one of the last prophecies of Deuteronomy 28, and there's many more. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now, a lot of y'all don't think this is Egypt again. When you read Revelation, it says they are in that place called spiritually called Egypt and spiritually called Sodom. This is spiritual called Egypt today. This is Egypt. You're in bondage. That's what Egypt means. Spiritually called Sodom because why? It's the same thing going on in Sodom that's going on here today. Same thing. You got homosexuality everywhere. All in San Francisco, you got it. All in Oakland, Houston, New York, Chicago. It's everywhere. This is also known as Sodom. Read. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake. Wait a minute. He said with ships? So understand that when he says, and the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. That word should be bold, in bold letters. The children of Israel, if you look through history, you never see them go into captivity on ship ever in history. So what does that tell you? The children of Israel forgot their heritage. They went into West Africa and went on in ships. All right, that's the biggest slave trade in history. Everybody knows. You can ask a Chinese person, how did the Negroes get to America? On slave ships. You can ask anybody on the face of the planet. That's why the Most High put this here, so you will remember and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Read. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemy. We shall be sold to our enemies. Read. For bondmen, for slave men, bondwomen, bondwomen meaning slave women, and no man shall buy you. We couldn't buy each other. We couldn't buy each other freedom. All right? We went into captivity. That's what happened. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15 where you was. Now this is a prophecy that he made. Read the 15th verse. This is Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments,
which we didn't do,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And you can see what's going on. All the curses have overtaken us. Overtaken us. That's why you can't pay your bills on time. That's why all these things happen. You hear about diseases coming into our people. You hear about girls getting pregnant. He says overtake you. You understand that? So once you're done with one curse, another curse comes. As soon as you say, oh, I got relief, and I fixed this one, here come another. All right? This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday. We do that now. We grope at noonday. Can't get a job. Last hire, first fire. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. We can't prosper in America. None of us. We try. Most of us that prosper are those who don't know the Bible and running hand in hand with the enemies. Those are the ones that prosper. So when we come back into this truth, then the devil hits us with the kitchen sink. He hits us with the kitchen sink because the curses come back in. All right? Yeah? And thou should be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. Evermore we're going to be oppressed and spoiled. Not knowing who we are, not knowing that the Bible's ours, not knowing how we got to America. Right? And no man shall save thee. No man is going to save us. Now let's find out some of the blessings what happened. Give me Deuteronomy 28:1. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. This is if you Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians follow the Bible and keep the commandments. This is what's going to happen to us in the new kingdom. Read. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. If you listen to the voice of the Most High, which is this Bible that we're reading right now, read. to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth.
So he's going to set us up on high above all nations. Everything's going to be switched around. Go ahead.
And all these blessings shall come on thee.
All these what?
All these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee.
And what?
And overtake thee.
So the blessings this time are going to overtake us, just like the curses was overtaking them. Now we're going to get a blessing after blessing. We're going to get one blessing before we can get used to that one. Another blessing going to come. All right, read.
And overtake thee if thou hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Only if we listen to the Most High. So he said he's going to put us over 10. He said he's going to put us over a city, right? Where is that? 28:1. 28:1. No, right here. Yeah. Read.
This is Deuteronomy 28 verse 3. Blessed shalt thou be in the city.
They say we're going to be blessed in the city if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. So let's see what the city is. Give me Luke 19 and 15. Let's see what the city is, because he said, blessed will we be in the city. All right? We're going to have cities. Y'all don't understand that. If we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Luke 19 verse 15.
Right.
And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, when he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading.
Right, so Christ is going to know what we've gained doing this work. We out here preaching this truth. He's going to know what to give us based on what we've done. Read.
Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 10 pounds.
Thy pound has gained 10 pounds. Like, we out here preaching this truth. There's brothers that's going to wake up to this truth. We don't know how many brothers woke up, but the Most High does. That's what it's talking about. He's talking about money. It's talking about waking up people, going out doing the work. Read.
And he said unto him, Well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in every little, having thou authority over 10 cities.
So now we're going to have authority over 10 cities. He said he's going to bless us 100-fold. Get that understanding. Give me Matthew 19:27. Give me that. Matthew 19:27. So Christ is telling brothers, if they're faithful and they endure and they continue to go out and teach the word, do the work, he's going to bless you based on the work that you did. You can't be saved by your works, but when you keep the law, statutes, commandments, best believe he sees your works. You will be blessed on your works.
This is Matthew 19 verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
And a lot of brothers don't understand when you come into this truth, you're going to have to give up a lot of different things following Christ. Yahweh Shah. You're going to give up a lot of stuff. Some of y'all might have to give up your wife. Some of y'all might have to give up your house. Some of y'all might have to give up your children. All right? Some of y'all got grown children. You might not be able to get together with them on Christmas no more because you're keeping the truth. All right?
Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Jesus said unto him, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration,
us that followed him now, we're following him now. In the regeneration, when we come back, what's going to happen?
When the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
So all the tribes are going to be judged by the tribes, those who keep this truth, that endure to the end. We're going to be judging our own brothers and sisters. Read.
And everyone that forsaketh houses,
everyone who forsake houses, got rid of their houses, or lost their houses,
or brethren,
or lost their brothers over this truth,
or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, land, for my name's sake,
for the Christ's name's sake, for Yahweh's name's sake,
shall receive 100-fold.
Shall receive what?
100-fold.
We're going to receive 100-fold doing this work.
And shall inherit everlasting life.
And inherit, that's the big one, everlasting life. That's what's most important, everlasting life. All right? And just because we're out here preaching the word, we're not guaranteed the kingdom. But it's about who we wake up to get into the kingdom. That's how we're going to be blessed. We cover our own sins by the things that we're doing. All right? Give me James, the last chapter, and the last verse. I think it's chapter 5. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Just because you see us out here speaking, it don't guarantee us a seat in the kingdom of heaven. Y'all always see these pastors, oh, he's okay, he died, he's in heaven. No, it ain't that easy. Y'all got multitudes of sins, man. Multitudes. Y'all got sins y'all can't even count because y'all don't know the laws. If you knew the laws, statutes, and commandments, then you know what sin you're breaking, but you don't even know. Read that.
This is James 5, verse 19. Brethren, if any of you do err from the truth, and one convert him, let him know that he which converted the sinner from the error of his ways shall save a soul from death, and shall hide a multitude of sins.
So we hiding a multitude of sins by coming out here doing the work, trying to wake up our people. You Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians. That's who the children of Israel really are. All right? Just hit the red button.